Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Finally doing some more NRL stuff again. It's been a while. It has been a while. Round 13 was the last one I did. If you don't count State of Origin, round 13 was the last one. So, yeah, I've not done many. I think I did round 1 for Vegas. Did round 9 or something for Magic. Yeah, I did every game for Magic Weekend. Then round 13, State of Origin. And then this, so it's been a while. Dingle says he hopes the Broncos win. Okay. Interesting. I do have Melbourne to win this one. So there is a poll in the live stream chat. Make sure you leave your votes in there. Let me know who you think is going to win. So far, 55% say that the Broncos are going to win. If the Broncos do win this one, I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's a great chance that they do pick up the win here, especially without Hughes for Melbourne Storm. I'll go through the lineups in a second. You can see them on the screen. And yes, new haircut, beard trim. So yeah, it's cleaner lines now. It's less Hagrid and more me. So yeah. Moses Tour, welcome. From Papua New Guinea, I see. I always get a lot of people from PNG watching the NRL content, and I get a lot of love and appreciation from PNG, so thank you to you guys. It is greatly appreciated. Hello, William. William Storm fan. No guesses on who you're backing today, but I'll just do a quick run through on the team list, and then I'll do one more before we start. We're about 13 minutes out. So starting with Melbourne Storm, in the backs they have Pappenhausen, Anderson, Meaney, Chan, Coates, Munster and Wishart. In the forwards they have Utakamanu, Grant, King, Bloor, Katoa and Liero. The bench is Pezzett, Lasati, Kamikamitha and McDonald, and Garlick is the 18th man. For the Broncos, in the backs they have Walsh, Cobbo, Staggs, Shibasaki, Mariner, Mam and Reynolds. The forwards include Jensen, Ben Hunt, Haas, Gusevsky, Ricky and Carrigan. On the bench is Walters, Hetherington, Talty and Jaden Hunt. Smoothie is the 18th man. So let me know your votes. There's a poll in the live stream chat. There will be no live footage, by the way. It's in the description and in the live stream chat due to copyright reasons. I know people will probably ask during the stream, but I can't show it. I will keep you up to date with the time, the tackle count, who's in possession, and what's going on. If you've got any questions during the stream, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer them. So yeah. Let's have a look. 62% say Broncos to win this one. So I did back the Storm. I'll go through some of the notes that I had on this one. I didn't go into too much detail. But I will go through some of the notes I had in my predictions video. What do you think of Dodd leaving South Sydney already? I think it was kind of coming. I don't really understand why they brought him in the first place. They already had Whiten if they wanted a 6. They already had Walker. Like the back end of last year, the Rabbitohs, when they had Walker 7, Whiten at 6, they looked comfortable. They looked fine. So I don't really understand why they went for, and of all 7s or halfbacks in Super League, why they went for Lewis Dodd. You go for a Sneed or a Smith or a Williams or a Mikey Lewis. Like, you go for one of those guys. Didn't make sense to me, but there'll be other options around the league as well. I don't know. You could have easily had Gray or Latrell at 1, and you would have been fine with Whiten. Or, yeah, actually, Jai Gray at 1. Latrell Mitchell takes Whiten's centre spot. Whiten goes 6. Walker goes 7. You're sorted. And then Jamie Humphreys can be a 9 off the bench. Or even starting 9. Mamazelis is the opposite 9. And then Havili's the prop off the bench. So, I don't know. It's a bit of a silly one in the first place. But yeah, I think it was to be expected, honestly. Win for the Bronx, says David. I did have a haircut, yes. I did. You should have seen me walk into the barbers. You should have seen me. It was terrible. It was terrible. Changed man. 2 try scores for tonight's game. Oof, I would say Difficult to look past Xavier Coates with his aerial threat, and he knows how to finish. And then... Oof. I have backed Meaney to score a try, by the way. I have backed Meaney. So we'll see. If Wyatt beat Wigan, will you shave your beard off? No. Absolutely not. No. What barbers do you go to? Do you know Oscar's Gentleman's Social? Assuming Dingle is from Warrington, he might have heard of it, but it's Oscar's. Isn't Meaney on the opposite side? Well, that's just... I don't know. That's where they've listed him at the moment. But yeah, you want one from each? I would say... Stags. Stags or Walsh? Got 9 minutes to go. So if you've got any exact score predictions as well, do let me know your thoughts. I will go through my prediction notes real quick. Battlefield 6 open beta right now, by the way. Oh, I've not really had much interest in it, to be fair. Not really thought about it. So, notes for this game. So, both have won 4 in their last 5. The Storm have won 2 in a row. The Broncos come into this off the back of a dominant win over the Rabbitohs, winning 60-14. Storm will have Liero back in the side, so they've now got more stability through the middle. The Broncos do have Pakes, who is available, and Haas, who's starting in the lineup. Both sides are very close to full strength in the backs, with the Broncos probably at full strength here. The Storm are still without Warbrick, who could improve their side, at least in the aerial threat as well, over on the opposite side to Coates. And of course, no Hughes for a little while. He should be back for finals anyway. So far this season, Melbourne Storm have more wins. They've scored more and conceded less, but in the last 5 games, so in recent weeks, the Broncos, obviously, the level on wins, but the Broncos have scored more and conceded less. I'm still a little bit unsure about the Broncos' consistency, just because of what happened against the Eels 2 weeks ago. But it's possibly just a bit of a blip that they went through. Storm are still a strong defensive side. They can battle teams through the middle. They can create opportunities all over the park, but without Hughes, I think there'll be a slight adjustment period with their kicking and their attack down the right edge for the next few weeks at least, until Melbourne Storm can learn to adjust. They might be ready to go already in this one, and they might have improved a lot in training in the week building up. Storm have won 16 of their last 17 games against the Broncos, and the Broncos haven't won at Amy Park since 2016. So based on the history of the game, it leans heavily in favour of Melbourne Storm. Right now, I think the Storm have some improving to do without Hughes. The Broncos do still have moments in games where you can see a drop-off in effort, mentality and attitude, which you just cannot do against Melbourne Storm. And a side that will be happy to get into the back and forth grind. I think the effort areas from Melbourne, the small 1%ers, will be the slight difference this week. Plus, the Storm have another week with this lineup, getting more reps in training to be able to execute better than they did last week. So I went with Melbourne Storm to win 1-12, 26-22, and try scorer for me was Nick Meaney, or anytime try scorer it was Nick Meaney. All right, fair enough, Dingle, fair enough. So yeah, there you go. That was my recap. Apparently, liking the live stream pushes it out there more. If you can like the live stream, if you want to, feel free to do so. I never normally ask to like live streams, just because I didn't think it really mattered, but apparently it does. But yeah, this is actually a decent number for an NRL game. Normally, I don't get that many for NRL. Like, for State of Origin, yeah. And for a PNG game in the Pacific Championships, which, by the way, I will be streaming when we get to the Ashes and Pacific Championships. I will be streaming those. I will miss Game 2 of the Ashes because I'll be at the game. But the other two, I will definitely be streaming. But yeah, decent turnout. Decent turnout. It's greatly appreciated. I wonder how many subs I'll push up today. We will see. I'm 115 away from 11k. So we're getting there. We are getting there. We're about 5 minutes away. So yeah, if you've got an exact score prediction, do let me know what you think. I've gone with 26-22 to Melbourne. But if the Broncos win, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. Game 2 is at Everton. Yes, Grayson. Everton is my football club, by the way, for those that didn't know already. But yeah, it should be a good one. I'm taking two mates who are also Everton fans. They're also St Helens fans. And one who is not even a Rugby League fan. He just doesn't care. But he's a Liverpool fan. So we've dragged him along. So it'll be his first experience at a Rugby League game. So hopefully he enjoys. It would be nice if we do manage to win at Wembley, it would be nice to be able to wrap up the series at Everton. Like that'd be pretty good. That'd be nice. I'm just hoping for a good game, really. I hope you guys like the slight, the little touch of the Indigenous Round graphics there. Wanted to spice it up a little bit. Right then. So 4 minutes out, I'll do one more run through the team list soon before we get started. Have a look at the poll again. 70 votes, 51%. Or that'll be just above 71 votes. So 52% say Broncos will win this one. Interesting. It was firmly in favour of the Broncos at first, but has now swung. Who do you think will be relegated next season? Oof. Who came up? That's the thing. I can't remember who came up. I don't think it'll be Everton. I think we'll be okay. So I think Sunderland have spent a ton of money, haven't they? So I've not really looked into everything too much this year. I think possibly Brentford. Possibly Brentford, because we'll see how they have to adjust without Thomas Frank. Possibly Burnley. Possibly Wolves, because I know they lost Cunha to United. So yeah, I think Forest, they've still got too much of an identity from last year. They should be fine. Even though the jokes about Everton and United, I think they'll both be fine. Sunderland have spent way too much. I think they'll probably be okay. So I'm thinking as of right now, Brentford, Burnley, Wolves. But I'm not that confident. I think Leeds have also spent a fair chunk of money too, so we'll have to see. Where do you think United will finish? I'm trying to think if they've signed. Honestly, Alex, I'd have to give you a guessing range between 8th and 14th. I actually have no idea. No idea. Okay, so we are approaching kickoff. I will do one more run through of the team list right now. If you've got a vote that you've not put in yet, there's a poll in the live stream chat. Do let me know who you think is going to win. So far, 81 people have voted. 52% say the Broncos are going to win. 48% say the Storm are going to win. So I have backed the Storm to win 26-12. Cunha and Buemo, Sesko as their front three. I think they can click. Maybe need high 8 or 9. Yeah. Plus they've got Fernandez in there, who's still, I think, consistent every year, to be fair. People knock him, but he's always consistent, I think. I don't know, maybe. They probably a average season. Average to good, maybe. We'll see. Plus Amarin gets another pre-season. Or did he come in midway last year? I think he did. So he gets a pre-season under his belt to work on what he wants to work on. So that's a positive. If you've got an exact prediction, let me know in the live stream chat. So, final run-through of the team lists. In the backs for the Melbourne Storm, they have Pappenhausen, Anderson, Meaney, Chan, Coates, Munster and Wishart. The forwards include Utokamanu, Grant, King, Blore, Katoa and Liero. On the bench is Pezzett, Lissati, Kamikamitha and McDonald. And 18th man is Garlick. For the Broncos, in the backs they have Walsh, Cobbo, Staggs, Shibasaki, Mariner, Mam and Reynolds. The forwards include Jensen, Ben Hunt, Haas, Gusevski, Ricky and Carrigan. The bench has Walters, Hetherington, Talty and Jaden Hunt. Smoothie is the 18th man. Melbourne go top if they win. Oh, that'll be a big one. Oh, that's a nice kit for the Storm. I do like these theme rounds because sometimes we will get different looking kits. So Storms looks good. Looks really good. I don't know if it keeps, like, the stream keeps refreshing for you. I'm going to close a bunch of tabs just to... I've got, like, 15 odd YouTube tabs open. Jesus Christ. Okay. 25-24 to Storm. Okay. Interesting. Dingle's gone with 32-24 to Brisbane. All right. So, yeah, last few seconds to get your votes in. On the poll, 93 have voted. Who do you think Dodd will join? Who needs a 7? Trying to think if there's anyone in the NRL that would snatch him up real quick just because they need one. No one comes to mind from the NRL. In Super League, maybe the Championship, actually. Oh, the Championship might look for him. Bradford might be coming up next year. They might look at him. I don't know who their 7 is. Same with York. Same with Toulouse. He could end up there, actually. If they're confident about them coming up, Dodd might go to a Championship team that might come up. Yeah, but Dingle, if they're a team that might be coming up, like, it's worth a go. Plus, you'd want somebody like Lewis Dodd that's got plenty of Super League experience and now some NRL experience to kind of steady the ship. So, who in Super League would need him? Salford can't afford him. Unless he's, like, under contract by the Rabbitohs, but they want to ship him off somewhere. Obviously, initially could have seemed like a Warrington signing. Catalans, maybe, but they've got Sexton coming in next year. I think they're happy. They've got Farge, Rouge, and Keary in the halves. Plus Tompkins if they absolutely need it, unless he's injured. I don't actually know at this point. Wakefield, I don't think there's any point with Wakefield. Honestly, I think Championship. Bradford, York, Toulouse, or London would be the best option. Definitely not FC, definitely not Lee. No, I think any one of those 4 Championship clubs, I think, would be his best bet if they're coming up. Let's have a look. Oh, Fox sent a message. How are you, matey? I'm not too bad, Fox. Thank you for asking. How are you, sir? Gonna watch it with you. How's your day been? Looking forward to this one. Well, I only woke up a couple hours ago. It is the morning. It's about to hit 11 a.m. For us folks here in the UK. So not been up to too much. Just chilling. Just big chilling. It should be a good one, though. Should be good. Shame we lost the big X. Wait. Who's the big X? Better not be talking about Coates. Because that makes my prediction worse. Is Coates not in the line? Is Coates in the lineup? Okay, I'm going to end this poll now. 108 votes, 54% say Broncos are going to win. Right, we're about to get underway. It should be 14 next year, sir. So, the game is underway. Here we go, folks. Munster underneath it will hand the ball off to Utakamanu, who takes it over the 10. This should be a good one. Let's go, boys. Let's go. King with the next carry takes it over the 10 in centre field for Melbourne Storm. Harry Grant on his left to Trent Liero, back in the squad from last week. Up towards the 20. 3 defenders in the tackle. And it's now the third with Harry Grant at dummy half. On his left to Blore. Getting dragged back. Staggs and Haas pushing him back there. Reynolds snuck his way into that tackle as well. Oh, Xavier Willis. Right, okay, I got you. Makes sense now. Prefer 14 and 12? I think I do, actually. More variety. More potential for more eyes on the sport. But it's taken on the full by Selwyn Cobbo, who's playing on the left wing today, it seems. Takes it just short of the 40, plays it for Reece Walsh, and it's now with Gemet Shibasaki, who takes it over the 40. Did a pretty solid job in State of Origin, by the way. That was a hell of an effort on debut. It's now with Dean Marinette. up towards halfway. It is now with Payne Haas inside Storm territory. 2 more tackles to go in this set. Hunt now with Carrigan on his right. About to be the last tackle. Minute and a half gone in this game so far. 35 metres out for the Broncos. Short side right to Reynolds. Chips this ball high towards the sticks. Pappenhausen goes up. Knocked backwards by Walsh. Collected by Mann. But it's going to be a penalty for Melbourne Storm. Not sure what for. But it's a penalty for the Storm. How many teams will get relegated? How many teams will go down to playoffs? I think from this year, just Salford will go down for the IMG grading. Based on performance, I don't think anyone will drop down. I reckon the 14 that are in next year will probably be the 14 the year after. Because they're doing so much work off the field for the grading system. And playoffs, I think, will still be top 6. I think it makes it more exclusive. You got 2 more teams in there. Keep it top 6, and then playoffs is more exclusive. I reckon do that. So the Storm, fresh set of 6 off the back of the penalty. A few metres shy of the halfway line, now with Trent Liero in centre field. Shifts it right to Wishart. He's going to run it himself up towards the halfway line. 2 teams relegated. Well, I don't know, Dingle, because it's based off the grading system, but there's a break down the right-hand side for Anderson. Kicks the ball back towards the stick slightly. Knocked backwards by the Broncos. I think then knocked on from Wishart. It is. Great early chance for Melbourne Storm. You need to remember, Dingle, they don't do promotion and relegation like football. Like if you finish last, you don't go down. It's based on the grading system, not the league table. You got to remember that. So, scrum for the Broncos on their own 10. Bit of work for them to do at the backfield. Yeah, I think they do as well, Dingle, but I don't know if and when they'll ever do it. Scrum for the Broncos, they'll go right to Katoni Staggs. There's 3.5 minutes gone so far in this game. Storm need a really strong defensive set here, and they can build that pressure. So just short of the 20. Hunt at dummy half. Got Jensen on his left. Takes it over the 20. Strong carry there from Corey Jensen, actually. Just short of the 30. Ben Hunt once again goes down the short side left. With Gusevski. Just shy of the 40. 4 minutes gone in this game. And that's going to be a knock-on from the Broncos. They turn over the ball inside their own territory. I would need to see that one again. But that's not a great place to turn over the ball. Yeah, that just looked loose there from Gusevski. Yeah, the look on his face as well. He's, disappointed with himself there. You were born in Brisbane many years ago. Was 16 when they came to the comp. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I understand the Broncos are the biggest team over there, so they'd technically be the biggest team in the world. There's probably some people that would argue that, like, say, the Bulldogs or the Roosters or something like that. I don't know, but as far as I'm aware, the Broncos are the biggest team in the game. Just based on attendance and everything, at least 45k every time they're at home. It's now with Meaney down the right-hand side. Shibasaki is there, so is Ezra Mann. Meaney cuts back towards the middle. Carrigan is there to finally help him out. So is Haas and Gusevski. 20 metres out, third tackle. Short side right from Harry Grant. Engages the line over the 10. Grant stopped 5 or 6 metres short of the try line, right at the sticks. Plays it for Meaney. He goes left to Wishart. Now with Liero. Just stopped on the 10. 3 defenders in the tackle. Pushes it over the 10 now. Last tackle. Harry Grant between the sticks will go left to Munster. Then to Pappenhausen, kicks the ball through. Putting Walsh under pressure. Is there anyone there? Finally kicks it over the dead ball line. That might be a Broncos ball, actually. They're going to get a dropout, but I thought that might have been a Broncos ball. I thought Coates got a touch on that. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be a goal line dropout for the Broncos. Oh, no, that was Walsh that kicked it. My bad. I thought it came off Coates, but no, it was Walsh. Walsh touched it first and second. I thought the second one was Coates, but it's a short dropout. Close, very close knock-on from Cobbo. Apparently not. Okay, then the Broncos have the ball a few metres out from their own try line. near the left touchline. Cobbo with the first carry. Okay, the Broncos come up with it. Could have sworn that was a knock-on, but apparently not. Gosevsky with the next carry, over the 10. Broncos with a bit of work to do. Maybe an early kick in this set, possibly. Or an early spread of the ball. Reynolds goes right to Ricky, trying to get around the outside of Anderson. Is that? No, it's Chan, sorry. My bad. It's now with Walsh on the 30. Hands it off to Jensen. So, decent defensive set there from Melbourne Storm. Reynolds will kick from behind the 40 towards the post, collected on the 20 by Ryan Pappenhausen. Returns it over the 30 already, and a few metres shy of the 40. So not a bad place to start this set for the Melbourne Storm. 7 minutes gone in this game as well. Wishart in centre field. Steps off his right foot. Nearly a bit of room to run there. Arm around the neck as well from Ricky. And he'll play this just over the 40 for Harry Grant. Left to Xavier Coates with a strong carry over the halfway line. So now inside Broncos territory. Grant goes right to Munster. Across to Itukamanu. I said Itukamanu. It's Utakamanu. There we go. God, what am I doing? Grant with a quick play of the ball and a decent carry up towards the Broncos 30. Now the last tackle. 7.5 minutes gone. We'll go left to Munster. Plenty of height on this towards the back left, or towards the sticks actually, taking on the full in the in-goal area. So 20 metre tap, 7 tackle set for the Broncos, not what the Storm wanted. So slight mistake there from Munster. So we'll see where the Broncos finish this set. Should definitely make it inside Storm territory. But 8 minutes gone, Broncos just short the 40. Now with Shibasaki on the next carry. Creeping up towards the halfway line. Carrigan next up, over halfway. With plenty of tackles to go as well. So not too bad for the Broncos here. Ezra Mam down the left. Goes left to Walsh. Got a 3-on-2 maybe. Shibasaki then to Cobbo down the left-hand side. Near the touchline. Almost pushed in. 4th tackle. Then I'll come back towards the middle with Walsh. Then Payne Haas up towards the 20. And a few extra post-contact meters as well. Last tackle for the Broncos, 15 out. Best attacking set of the game so far. Reynolds sizes up the line. Kicks through, maybe a bit too much weight. Oh, that is a close one. Staggs was chasing. He looks semi-confident. I don't know he looks that confident, but he looks semi-confident. No try given on field. Video ref will check. The bunker. I forgot there's a name for it. The bunker will check. Just knocked on from Staggs. Great effort. Great effort. So that's a knock-on in goal from Katoni Staggs. That'll be another 20 metre tap, 7 tackle set for the Melbourne Storm this time around. Honestly, well done to Michael Maguire as well. I think he's done a great job at turning things around, because you remember the Brisbane Broncos from last year. Quite gutless at times. Just lacked a spine, honestly. And their attitude has been poor. Start of the season, there's some issues there, but I think Michael Maguire's done a fantastic job on in turning things around. Excellent job there. Morning, Finn. Good to see you, mate. How are we? So close, absolutely. Staggs was so close. I'm a big fan of Katoni Staggs. Massive fan. Wouldn't mind if he was playing for Australia in the Ashes. That would be fun to watch him play live. But Melbourne Storm in their 7 tackle set, well into the set at this point. Apologies, folks. 4th tackle. Grant will scoot from dummy half, hands it off to Utakamanu on his left, offloads it to Liero, then to King. Now the last tackle coming up. About 25 metres out. Grant goes left to Munster. Improvement on the kick this time, I think. Towards the back left. Coates goes up, but so does Mariner. And he takes it cleanly. Stopped 9 metres out from his own try line. Reynolds now with Katoni Staggs with the next carry through the middle. Mentally preparing for a loss at home to Salford this weekend. Oh, God. You'd never live it down, would you, Finn? You'd never live it down. Alex and Paul would just be all over you, wouldn't they? They'd be all over you. Shibasaki with the next carry for the Broncos, just short the 30. 4th tackle. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this Broncos kit or not. I think I am. Reynolds, on the last tackle, hits the belly of the ball. Kicks it pretty low. It's going to bounce once. Pops up nicely for Pappenhausen. Switches back to Coates. Recovers it up towards the 30, inside Storm's own half. What do you think of the Dufty situation? I think if he has done something that he shouldn't be doing, like if he was late to training, or there's rumours about him sleeping with a fan in Castleford or something like that. There's all sorts of rumours, or that he was doing substances, I don't know. Regardless, if he's done something worthy of being stood down for the week, I think it's completely fine that he should have been stood down. But Melbourne Storm, with the ball down the left-hand side, it's going to be Chant recovering back towards the middle. Plays for Grant, short side left to Pappenhausen, back inside to Blort, then to Grant. Oh, that's good defence there from Walsh. Offloads it back to Blort. Oh, that's Chan, sorry. Over on the left-hand side, last tackle, Grant. Will size up the line. Oof, could have dove in there, possibly. A few metres out, though. Grant just loses it. Wasn't quite taken out off the ball because he did get a touch on it. But that is a bit of chaos going on. But great scramble from the Broncos, though. Great scramble. I get what you mean it looked high. I think it was just him being taken out off the ball, so it looked awkward. But he did get a touch on it. Oh, no, that was fine. That was fine. So yeah, the Broncos up towards their own 20. Second tackle, sorry. 12 minutes gone in this game. Cobbo with the next carry. This is a pretty exciting start to the game. It's just what you get from the NRL, though. And two sides like this that want to get the win. And just think I'm going to be streaming Huddersfield versus Catalans later in the week. I can't wait. The Broncos up towards halfway. Last tackle will be coming up. What a game. Absolutely, Fox. Absolutely. Short side right now to Reynolds. Then to Stagg. Steps off the right foot. Decent opportunity here to move the ball around. Jensen was that back to... Who was that to? That was Ricky with the kick. Ricky bats it backwards. Then it's knocked on from Hunt. Sorry, Broncos fans. Flashbacks. I always love it when a forward is like forced to have to kick on the last tackle. Because normally, if it's an absolute shocker, it's like, well, yeah, it's a forward. But then sometimes they produce a thing of beauty. It's like, did they mean that? Or are they just actually Jonathan Thurston in disguise? Anyway, Meaney with possession of the ball up towards the 40 inside Storm territory. 27 minutes to go in this half, so 13 minutes gone. Munster, sorry, it's not Munster, it's a different long-haired geezer, and that's Pappenhausen. Will gift it now in the hands of Liero through the middle. When I look at a player, I initially think, oh, that's somebody, and then I realise, no, it's not, it's somebody else. Utakamanu with a strong carry over the 40 inside Broncos territory. Fourth tackle, Grant to Munster, then back inside to Pappenhausen. The ball is lost, collected by Haas. He's got room to run. Wishart is chasing. Haas cuts back towards the middle. Meaney gets hold of him. Offloads to Shibasaki. Stopped on the 30. Still gets going, though. Hands it off to Walsh. Down left, that is forward. Surely. Good call, ref. That is forward. Oh, my God. Can I just get a breather, please? Can I just get a breather? Good call from the ref there. Good call. Thing is, Payne Haas is quick as well. That's the thing. He's got some speed to him, which is what makes him one of the most dangerous, or well, the most dangerous forward in the game. Walsh is devastated with the call, but I would agree that is forward. You can take momentum into account, but that does look way too far forward. Wasn't even as bad as 90% of FC passes. Well, what can you do, really? What can you do? So that's 14 and a half minutes gone. Utakamanu with a carry up towards Storm's 40. Gets an offload as well. Wishart collects it, but they'll lose about 6 or 7 metres. Did blow that chance, yeah. Should have held on to it, unfortunately. But it's got to be penalty for the Broncos. I just missed that. Pushing defender. I didn't. Okay, I missed something there. The play of the ball looked fine. They're saying pushing defender, but I didn't see a push, if I'm honest. I'd need to see it again, but I'll just leave it. So yeah, the Broncos will go for 2, and they should take a 2-0 lead here with Reynolds to add the penalty. I just missed it. Yeah, I just missed it. I'll go back. Since they're going for 2, I'll go back. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I get it. Makes sense. Makes sense. So Reynolds will make this 2-0 in a second. I'll get this prepped and ready to go. So very intense game so far already. 16 minutes gone. Penalty for the Broncos. Reynolds to make it 2-0. And the kick is good. So that is going to be a 2-0 lead for the Broncos. It's been a very energetic game so far. So I appreciate this breather right now. I appreciate it. For this stream, just to be clear, I will be dropping ads here and there, but only when the game's stopped. Okay? Not when we're in the middle of it. Just when the game is stopped. Okay? If one does pop up randomly in the middle of me talking, like, about the game, then it's not me. Okay? What game would this be? Lee vs. Lee? Honestly, probably. It's right up there. Maybe Wigan vs. Leeds? Possibly, if you want to, I don't know. Yeah, one or the other. One or the other. Carrigan with the next carry for the Broncos. And it's 17 minutes gone in this game so far. And only 2 points as well. Definitely deserves a few more, but it's still been a great game to watch. Hunt in centre field goes left to Gosevsky. Just a few metres short of their own 40. Ben Hunt over on the left will come back towards the middle with Corey Jensen. Just shy of the halfway line. Now the last tackle. Hunt will go right to Reynolds. And kicks towards the sticks. Collected on the full by Xavier Coates. Over the 20. Stags with a strong hit there. Up towards the 30. Munster now with Chan on the 30. When a Super League team versus an NRL team, which set of rules do they use? Normally just whichever country they're in. They're mostly the same. Yeah, rules are mostly the same. There's very few that are different. It's more style in terms of how long referees let them sit on in the tackle. But yeah, whichever country they're in is what they'll use. That's going to be... Is that a mistake from the Storm? Is that a mistake from the Storm? It looks like it. That Bloor. Oof, that's a major tackle from Stags. I love how Stags plays. Absolutely love how he plays. That's what I was hoping Roderick Ty would be like for us, which he can kind of do it, but he's just not really doing it. Plus, he's been injured for a while, so hopefully... I don't know what's going to happen with Ty next season. But we'll see. So it's left to Mam off the back of the scrum. Shibasaki now with possession, just short of halfway. That's 19 minutes gone in this game so far. About to hit the end of the first quarter. Gosevsky takes it over halfway. Great tackle, Staggies. Absolutely. I'd love his energy and his effort. Carrigan goes right to Reynolds. Out the back to Walsh. I love his speed as well. He's incredible. When he gets the ball out the back, honestly, it's ridiculous watching him. Stags now with Reynolds in centre field with Ben Hunt. Looking to go left, out the back to Mam. Possibly over the top, but just pops it up to Gosevsky. Obstruction, so he'll have to surrender. Now the fourth tackle. Great chance for the Broncos, though. 2 more tackles in this set, and they're only 30 metres out. Carrigan switches back to Payne Haas. Look for an offload. Gets one to Hunt. Short side left to Mam. Then across to Cobbo. Could have been forward, actually, that one. Looked a bit awkward. But Hunt then to Payne Haas. Gets an offload to Carrigan. He gets an offload to Reynolds. Then to Walsh. Across to Ricky. Up towards the 10. Jordan Ricky brought down finally. Last tackle inside the 10. Stags goes himself. Short side right. Stopped a metre short to 6 again. Just let me have a breather. Oh my God, 6 again. They'll go back towards the middle with Reynolds. Now to Jensen. 8 metres short. 8 or 9 metres short. Hunt will go right to Carrigan. Then to Mam. Launched it over the top. That's a great ball. But Coates with the interception. Coates is still moving. There's a chase from Reynolds. So is Staggs is chasing as well. Cobbo's shooting across. Mariner's chasing. Xavier Coates to the corner. Go on, do it. Do it. Oh, that's worth the check. That is worth the check. But what a try if he's got this. Wow. No try given on field. Oh my God. Is he in or out? Is he in or out? He is. Oh, show the next frame. You stopped it before the correct frame. What are you doing? His foot hasn't touched the ground yet, I don't think. Oh, I don't know about his torso. Is his torso down or his leg? Oh, do you know what? I actually think his leg is like not touching ground, but I think his arm touches the ground simultaneously with the ball. Yeah, I think his body is fine. It's his arm that's simultaneous with the grounding. I think no try is fair for that one, but holy shit, what an effort. Oh my God. What an effort that was. What an effort. I reckon that's worth the trumpet just simply because of the brilliance. Oh no. Mam is down. Is Reynolds down as well? Apparently he is. They said the 6 and 7. Mam is down. Mam might be going off. Not a good sign for the Broncos because they've been much improved when he's been playing. But it's now with Carrigan. Pops it up to Ricky. So I'm not sure if it's a 7 tackle set because it's simultaneous grounding or just a normal set. But Carrigan with the next carry. Now the last tackle. Oh yeah, Reynolds pulled up. Oh no. Reynolds did as well. Oh no. That's not a good sign for the Broncos. Pappenhausen in possession. Up towards the 30. Oh, I hope they're alright. Oh no. I actually would have tipped Broncos as a potential premiership winner this year, but if they're both done for the next few weeks, I don't see them doing it. Because first of all, their playoff run will be a lot tougher, and mathematically, I'm not sure if they can drop out or not, but that could be tough staying in if they're not there. Storm in possession up towards halfway. That's awful. That is awful. Hopefully it's just a week or two if they are out, but yeah, it's with Bloor down the left edge now to Chan. Stopped on the 40. Last tackle for Melbourne Storm. 17 and a half minutes to go in the first half. There's a kick on the last towards the back left. Taken on the full by Reece Walsh. Comes back towards the middle, but he's stuck inside his own 10. Only a few metres out from the try line. So a lot of work for the Broncos to do. Now with Cobbo. Over the 10. What do the Broncos do here? What do they do? I reckon you put Walters on at 9, Hunt to 7, and then where does Talty play? Does anyone know where Talty plays? And then maybe Walsh at 6, Cobbo at 1, maybe? Something like that? Maybe. Walsh will kick on the last. Walsh can play the 6 role. But he might just stay at fullback and kick, actually, down the left edge. There's a great kick from Walsh. He does have a boot on him, to be fair. Paragon. Pappenhausen. Well done, me. It's early. Leave me alone. Just over 16 minutes to go in the first half. Pappenhausen gives it to Anderson. Slammed into the ground. Wishart on his left or over the top of Utakamanu's head. Now with Munster. Steps off his left foot. Steps again. Over the 30 and is pushed back by 3 defenders. Nice air, Rob. Thank you, Peter. Fair play, Peter. Up towards halfway, last tackle for Melbourne Storm. They will go left to Munster. Plenty of height on this one towards the back right. Walsh underneath this. Collects on the 10. Launches it towards the middle. Now with Dane Mariner. Bit of room down the right here if they can get around the outside. But wrapped up by Chan and Coates, who almost went in for a quality try earlier. Hunt now with Gosevsky over the 20. Second tackle. Hunt now with Walsh. With a carry on the second tackle. Over the 30. Reynolds and Mam gone. That's not good. Absolutely. That's a rough one. One of them you could maybe adjust with, but both of them going off. It's a good job that Walsh is a fairly decent kicker. And if you want Hunt to play in the 7 role and you get Walters on at 9, you can do. Short side left to Walsh, who hits the belly of the ball from the halfway line. That is a Burton bomb right there. That's a Burton bomb right there. Bounces over the head of Xavier Coates, collects it on the 10. Smashed into by Gosevsky. Great kick from Reece Walsh. Quality. Pappenhausen will run himself. Stopped on the 10. Could be a lot of work for Storm to do here. Chan with the next carry. Stags at 5/8 apparently. It's with Anderson over the 20. Hello, Britton. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. I recognise you from the icon. It's still the same. Well, hello, Britton. Now with Wishart on the last tackle for the Storm. Kicks from behind the 40 towards the back right. Taken on the full by Cobbo. He's now behind the 10 but recovers it over the 20. Straight into Meany and Katoa. Both have been a little bit quiet today. Let's get to the chat real quick. Apparently our game against Salford may not go ahead. Salford have a lot of departures from the playing squad. Does that mean we get a free win at home? Honestly, Finn, I'm not sure. I would guess yes, but I'm not entirely sure. They will likely play a lot of reserves. The Super League cannot afford a game to not be televised. They can't afford it. So they will make it happen. They will make it happen. Briley's leaving today and a few others. I thought Briley was staying for life, honestly. Walsh gets it across to Mariner up towards the 30. Morning, Fred. Good to see you, mate. How are we? Yeah, Broncos are looking pretty solid now. These kicks from Walsh look decent. Knocked backwards by the Broncos. Ricky kicks the ball through. Collected on the full by Grant. That's a huge moment there from Harry Grant. So Melbourne Storm actually under a lot of pressure. The Broncos have just lost. So for anyone that's late to this one, they've just lost Reynolds and Mam. So they've got Walsh basically on kicking duty. Staggs is apparently playing 5/8. Hunt is staying at 9 for now. So, yeah, this is actually looking okay for the Broncos. And with the 2-0 lead, they'll feel slightly confident as long as they can defend well. But Pappenhausen over the 40. Last tackle now for Melbourne Storm. It's now in Munster. With a Burton bomb himself. Plenty of height. Not too much distance, but plenty of height. Cobbo is underneath it. Knocked backwards from the Broncos. Collected by Meany. Steps back inside. He is brought down just short of the 10. Was that Meany? Oh no, it was Anderson. I do have Meany to score a try in this game, by the way. I did back him to score. Wishart, step in. Go on, Tyron. Tyron Wishart with a try. Lovely stuff. Big fan of Tyron. Big fan. Lovely stuff. There we go. Melbourne Storm. First try of the game. No. Cobbo's down. No. Are you taking the piss? Oh, Stagg sat on his ankle. Reynolds, Mam and Cobbo could be out. Oh, shit. Great step from Wishart. Great step again. Great effort. Great effort. That's a try for Melbourne Storm. Finally. I'm going to wait on the conversion given what Pappenhausen was like last week or the week before. So I'll wait on the conversion. That's going to be 4-2 for Melbourne Storm. But that could be Cobbo out as well. Oh no. Trim looking fresh. Thank you, Fred. Thank you very much. Ormonroyd, only one confirmed, gone. Ormonroyd is going? Obviously Hill's gone, yeah. Is this game on Sky? It is. Sky Sports Action. We lost 6 and 7. Think it's over now. It might be Fox. It might be. All Brisbane need to do now, all they need to do is the basics. That's it. Finish sets. Defend with discipline. And maybe the game will come to you. Meany's going to try and add the extras this time, actually. So Meany to make it 6-2. The kick is good. Yeah, Cobbo is off at the moment. So yeah, I think... Would I do that? I think I'd do... I initially said Cobbo at 1. I think I'd do... Actually, Fox, where does Talty play? Because if he plays in the back some way, it might be useful. Jaden Hunt's a back row as well, so he could maybe go centre. If you want to put Mariner at fullback, Shibasaki to the wing, Jaden Hunt at centre, Walsh goes 6, Hunt goes 7, Walters goes 9. Hopefully Ormonroyd and Briley don't leave Salford, because they've been ever-present for what's felt like ever-present. I thought Briley wanted to stay even with what was going on. What point is the 18th man active? In the NRL, I think it's 1 HIA. 1 failed HIA is the 18th man active. I think it's 1. I'm not too sure. In Super League, I think it's 2. Greetings from PNG, mate. Newman, greetings to you, sir. I know there'll be plenty of PNG viewers here, so welcome to you. But it's now Storm in possession. 9.5 minutes to go. Fourth tackle, Grant shoots it left to Liero. Then across to Munster. Switches back to Chan. Up towards halfway. Last tackle, 9.5 minutes left. Man's had a trim. Yes, Seb. Man's had a trim. Last tackle. Plenty of height on this kick. Walsh looking to be underneath this one. Takes it cleanly. Plays it just short of the 30. He's now with Dean Mariner. Up towards the 30 and just over it. Grant is holding his wrist. Walters will go left to Staggs. Bobbles the ball slightly but collects it. Regathers. Takes it up towards the 40. Haas. Next up. Takes it up towards halfway. God, Sky messed up channels. Couldn't find action for a second then. Oh yeah, because they've got it named as the Lions channel. And then it changes. Like, for me it does anyway. But it's a Broncos penalty. If the Broncos got a penalty that they could go for 2 for, would you take the 2 or would you try and just go for the points? What would you guys do? So they're down by 4. If you could take the 2 as the Broncos, because they can't on this one because they're too far out, but if you could take the 2, would you go for 2 or just try and play on for a try and then try and see out as much as you can? What would you guys do? I think I would... I think I'd play on, but I wouldn't mind going for 2. Because I know Salford did that against Warrington a few weeks back. Run it in, I can get on board with that. So penalty, challenges remaining. There's 0 challenges remaining for the Melbourne Storm. They failed that one. Newman says run it, fair enough. Yeah, I think that is the objectively correct decision, but I think if they went for 2, I wouldn't mind it. It would still make sense to me. So Gusevski's going to tap this on the 30. And he'll run it in himself up towards the 20. So great chance here for Brisbane. 8 minutes to go. It's now with... Who is 15? Is that Hetherington? Yes, Hetherington. With the next carry, 15 metres out. Walters in centre field goes left to Hunt. Out the back or across to Shibasaki. That's a great ball, but he's wrapped up, brought down on the 10. Eventually stopped by Kamikamitha. Plays it left of the sticks to Walters. Goes short side left. Goes himself. He stops a few metres short of the line. Fourth tackle next up for the Broncos. 2 metres short over on the left-hand side. Staggs will go right to Hunt. Kicks the ball through towards the sticks. Bounces off Grant. Collected by Pappenhausen with a bit of room to run, but smashed into by Hunt on the 10. Great tackle. Grant is a dummy half. Wrist looks okay now, I think, but Katoa with the next carry. Up towards a 20. Solver had to do it. Probably their only way of getting points. Maybe. But Warrington were ill-disciplined in that game too. And they did actually then equalise, I think, soon after. From a penalty. 7 minutes to go. Storm on the fourth tackle. Up towards their own 30. Grant will go left to Kamikamitha. God, when he played for Fiji in the Pacific Championships last year, he was incredible. I want to see more of him because I can't wait to watch those championships again. They were good last year. That's when we saw the legend that is Tahnea Milne. A kick on the last. Cobbo is now on the field. That's good. That's a good sign. I don't know if he came off or not, but 6.5 minutes to go. First tackle for the Broncos. On their own 30, Staggs to Shibasaki. About 4 metres short of the 40. So Melbourne Storm don't need to force anything here. It's the Broncos that might try and go a little bit crazy with moving the ball around, but they actually themselves just need to do the basics well. Now with Gosevsky, then to Carrigan. Left to Hetherington, up towards Storm's 40. 6 minutes to go, 2 more tackles left in this set. So not bad field position here for the Broncos. Haas down the left edge. Over the 30, 25 metres out. This is not too bad here for the Broncos. Walters will go right to Hunt. Kicks towards the back left. Plenty of height. Not really placed into the corner that well. Bounces backwards. Meany is there to try and collect it. Batted backwards to Hunt. Then to Walsh on the 40. Launches it right. Just bounces nicely for Mariner. Kicks the ball over the top. Coates is there. So is Pappenhausen. But Coates collects it. Brought down on the 10. So this is nice here from the Broncos. This is quite nice. Pappenhausen with the next carry. Scoots from dummy half. Second tackle. Now with Chan. Up towards the 20. Now with Munster in centre field. Switches back to Tui Kamikamitha. 5 minutes to go. Fourth tackle for Melbourne Storm. Grant. Now to Pappenhausen. Gets the ball off to Grant, then to Munster, then to Wishart. Getting the spine involved there, up towards halfway. Now the last tackle. And a set restart. Actually, if Melbourne Storm got a penalty, would you guys take the 2 to make it 6 points, or would you go for a try? What would you guys do in that scenario? Who's on now? That's going to be Lasati is on for Melbourne Storm. 4.5 minutes left. Third tackle. Grant scoots from dummy half over the 20 up towards the 10. No one in support, but he doesn't really need anyone. It's a great carry from Harry Grant. Plays it just left of the sticks, a few metres shy of the line. Say 5 metres left to Pappenhausen. Steps, going to go himself. Ryan Pappenhausen is stopped 2 metres short of the line. Last tackle, Grant chips it towards the back left. Coates goes up. Mariner maybe knocks the ball on. And they're going to say... Sorry, I didn't catch what they were going to say. Or what they went with. 4 minutes to go. So knock on from Mariner. So it'll be a fresh set in front of the try line from Melbourne Storm. You'd go for 2? I think that's fair. If it was a situation where Brisbane were a man down, like they had a sin bin or a red card, then I guess going for the try is fine. You got the numbers, you're more likely to score, possibly. 3.5 minutes to go. Melbourne Storm, 5 metres out, right at the sticks. Harry Grant looks to switch back, then goes left to Wishart, then to Munster. Tries to pass the ball on. I think it hit the shoulder of Hunt, possibly, or somebody else. Over on the left-hand side, 10 metres out. Grant goes right to Munster. Between the sticks, takes the carry himself. A metre or 2 short. The try line gets an offload for Grant. Looking to go right. Still going. Then to Meany. Oh, just wrapped up. That's great defence there from the Broncos. So 3 minutes to go. 6 again. Again, ruck infringement. Penalty. So they do have a penalty. Newman said to go for 2. What will they do? We'll find out what they will actually choose to do. If they just keep going, I don't mind. Like, I love the intent if they just keep going. Yes, they're going to tap. Good job. I love that. I love that. Intent. Big fan of that. Pappenhausen goes himself. Ryan Pappenhausen is a beauty. An absolute beauty. And that is a try for Melbourne Storm. Oh, to have him in a Warrington shirt one day, even when he's, 36, 37? This guy's incredible. That's a try for Melbourne Storm. 10-2 with the kick to come. I reckon they'll get the kick, so I'll make it 12-2. See, the intent. They decided to go for it instead of going for 2, which still would have been fine if they did. But Pappenhausen, slippery bugger, scores a try for the Storm. Nicely done. Nicely done. Go for the try and make it a 2-score game. Hello there, NRL Edits. How are we? How are we? So yeah, 10-2 for Melbourne Storm. I've given the kick already because it is close enough to the sticks. Lovely stuff. Glad to hear it. So if you guys have TikTok, by the way, feel free to follow me on TikTok. There is a link in the description. There's also a Discord if you want to join that as well. Actually, I need to update the Discord link because that's wrong. Let me update the Discord link so you guys have actually got it. In case you want to join. Because I'd like some more Aussies and people in the Pacific Island nations to join, if possible. So Meanie, sorry, will add the extras. Oh my, just got that in. Okay, so the Discord link should be in the description now, should be updated. Right then. Only 95 subs away from 11,000. That's pretty good. Almost missed that. Yeah, it's so close. So close. Right then, 12-2. 46 seconds to go in this first half. I can get my cousins to join the stream. If you want to, mate, it's completely up to you. If you're all watching it together at the moment, then, you know, watch it off one screen. But it's completely up to you. Kamikamithu with the first carry. Off the back of the try for Melbourne Storm. Slow play the ball here from Tui. It's next with Lasati. 30 seconds to go. Grant. Now with Katoa. Over the 20. Do they want to go for anything here? Do they want to go for anything? Grant launches it to Anderson. He's bumped into by Cobbo. It's a great tackle from Selwyn Cobbo. 8 seconds to go. Fourth tackle. Grant... He's going to go himself. Launches it left to Lasati. The hooter sounds. And that is going to be half-time. That's a hell of a half there. This unfortunate situation with the Broncos. They lost Mam and Reynolds. They nearly lost Cobbo. So it's Walsh on the kicking duty. He's done a great job with kicking so far. But Melbourne Storm... all Melbourne need to do is just be disciplined. Just complete sets, get to the kick, chase well, and be disciplined. That's all they've got to do. They don't need to do anything flashy here. It's the Broncos at some point that will have to overplay, or they'll just give up. All watching it on TV? Oh, nice. Very nice. Can't lose the 6 and 7 too. Yeah, that's an unfortunate one. Can't get KO or 9 now to work. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's not good. Salford have 9 fit contracted players for Sunday. Oh my god, that's a rough one. It just gets worse and worse. It just keeps rolling. So yeah, there's a lot more people here than I expected. People aren't staying for very long. They're only average view duration is 55 seconds. They'll sit here for a minute, listen to me yap on for a second, then they'll just go, you know what? Can't deal with this idiot. Get him off my screen right now. They need Reynolds or Mam. They do. But if Walsh's kicking is difficult to take, all it would take, I think, is if Walsh is kicking well, a few mistakes from the back three, from Pappenhausen, Anderson or Coates. A couple of mistakes turning the ball over inside the red zone. And then maybe pick up some points from there. Should have Price and Asiata back. Mate, if you've got Price and Asiata available in that one, 100 is possible. Like, it legit is. Because Hull FC are a solid attacking side when they want to be. You throw Price in there against a bunch of kids. Mate. If that lineup is obviously for Salford going to be without Hankinson, who's now gone, if it's without Hill, if it's without Briley, and without Orman Royd, I don't know who they'll have. Will they have Chan? Will they have Sangare? Will they have Masters? I don't even know who Salford's going to have. But if they've got basically all kids like they did against Saints in round one, and Hull's got basically a full-strength team plus Price and Asiata back in there, 100-0's actually possible. When are you next playing Rugby League 26? That's a good question. Maybe Sunday, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really decided yet. I had a question about that, by the way, folks, because I know some of you might watch my video content. I had a question about a career mode that I might do for Rugby League 26. So what I was thinking was, if I did a career mode where you get a video every day, and I mean that every day, for a whole season of the career mode, but every video is just a game. So I might talk about who I've brought in or who's left, who's injured, who's available, show you the squad that I'm going with, and then put out the highlights for the one game, and then do thoughts on the game afterwards. And any suspensions and injuries. That's one video, but you get one every single day for a whole season of the career. Is that a good idea? Or should it be multiple games in a video? Because what I'm thinking is, if I did a career mode season on Rugby League 26, I would do a game per video, and then I could actually organise it so it uploads every single day for a whole season. So that's 30 odd, a whole month's worth of videos in a row. Rugby League 26 is a lot better now they've updated it, and I like the new animation for big hits. I've not really seen them. I don't really know how to do them, if I'm honest. Unless it's just random. Since the new update's been worse? Oh, that's not good. Maybe it'll just be one of those difference of opinion. Everyone will see it a bit differently. Will feel it a bit differently. So, shameless plug here, folks. If you'd like to follow me on TikTok, you can do. Link in the description. If you want to join the Discord, you can do. Link in the description. I do also sell hoodies. I sell sports hoodies. So here they are. These are the three designs. They are currently in, they're in whatever colour scheme you like, but here's some examples. The left is Sydney Roosters. Middle is Brisbane Broncos. Right is Parramatta Eels. You can get these three designs in any colour scheme you like. And when I say that, I mean any. So every single line of the Kinetic logo can be a different colour. Every chevron on the sleeve, where it's blue for Sydney, it could be pink. Where it's red for Sydney, it could be orange. Whatever you like, any specific colours you want, any size, to anywhere in the world, for £50. And you get to basically see the mock-ups first. So until you're happy with it, it doesn't get shipped. Yeah, you don't get to pipe up about positive stuff now you're doing that, Sam. You don't get to do that. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to be a negative Nelly and then come in being all nice, okay? You're not allowed. JK Stories and more, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. So it's been a pretty good game so far. It's been a quality game. At the start, like the first quarter, when it was only like 2-0 for a while, but the game deserved more points. It's been a solid game. Not many breathers in this one. Dreamcast Knight says, up the Storm, let's go. Well, looking fairly comfortable right now. It's a real shame about the Broncos losing Mam and Reynolds. That is a real shame. If I had more time during streams, I could edit the things now, like the lineups, but yeah, if I had more time, I'd swap things around so you could see who's on and who's off, but it's difficult to do. Unless... Oh. Actually, bear with me. Photoshop is open, so I can make something. Let's try and make something here, shall we? This could work. This could honestly work. Let's see. I'm going to try and put a new graphic up, and we'll see how it goes. Since it's half time, I can get away with doing this. Does that work? Oh, it might be the other way around, actually. Okay, it's not a... Okay, it might work. Let's... What the hell is... Oh, right, I see. Sorry, folks, just trying to edit something. Basically trying to add on a graphic that shows that players are injured. That's basically what I'm trying to put together. Like a little medical thing. Could work. Could work. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, I've got it now. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Let's try that. Let's try that, and you guys can let me know what you think. Oh yeah, wouldn't it be? It'd be red, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be green. It'd be red. What was you doing with that injury thing in the Discord? Well, I was just hoping that would be like a list of every club with who's unavailable, and then I know for predictions videos and stuff, so that, like, with you being a Hull fan, Finn, let's say you were a mod and you knew who was unavailable, you could just edit that list, so you could take a name out and put a new name in if someone's unavailable. Is that a tattoo or hairy chest? It's a hairy chest. That's what that is. Just have a little red cross. Yeah, it probably should have been red, shouldn't it? Thinking about it. Well, I mean, you don't need to like see it necessarily, but I think the symbol would let you know that they are injured. Let's see. I'll try red and see if red looks good. Oh, that might actually work. Do you know what? Yes, that works. That works so much better. Let's go with that. Here we go. There it is. Yeah, they are big headphones. Astro A40s. Very expensive as well, but I bought them years ago. But they've high quality. Maybe next up to leave Salford is Joe Shorrocks. That's 3 today, potentially. Honestly, I think Salford just will need to drop out of Super League, unfortunately. And these owners need to do something. Like, they have got to say something. Jack Ormonroy's departure from Salford has now been finalised. Oh my god. Really? I feel so bad for Salford fans. I feel so bad, honestly. If it's easy for me to say that as a Wire fan that's not having to worry about things like that, but I could just imagine being in that position. And it's an awful feeling. I wouldn't mind. I saw someone tweet about loaning players out. I wouldn't mind if Warrington loaned out a few players, like Zach Gardner, for example, is maybe creeping in a little bit, so he could do his Super League experience. So Zach Gardner, Kai Taylor-Ray, if he's fit and ready to go. Leon Hayes, honestly, so I wouldn't mind loaning out a couple, not loads, obviously, but some here and there. Give him Dufty for a week. Maybe. Wyatt Judd. Your chair, how long are you seated at that chair? What do you mean? Like, how long have I had it, or how long have I been sitting here? Wrench, maybe, wrench. It's hammering it down, what, for you or over there? Another issue is you barely see it on the news. If it was a big football team, Sky would be all over it, absolutely. Sky need to be better. They have got to be better next year. So, we are back underway for the second half. Melbourne will kick to Brisbane. It's going to be Stags underneath it. He's going to take the first carry of this second half, up towards the 20. 3 Storm defenders in the tackle. Katoa, Wishart and Meany. Walters hands it off to... Who is that? Is that Tolty? Might be. I couldn't really tell who it was. It might be Jin Hunt, actually. Feels like Salford are going to have to field a side of reserves at this point. From what I hear, Briley could be on his way out. I guess so. Walsh with the next carry, just short of the halfway line. Willamate watching from Fiji, up the wires. Well, hello from Fiji. Good to see you. Good to see you. I loved how Fiji played in the Pacific Championships. The pace that they played with was incredible. A little bit disconnected and a few too many errors in there, but if they clean that up and they play with that pace, it'll be so fun to watch. I was going to say Katoa then. Coates with the carry, up towards the 20. So first minute gone in the second half. Now with Anderson. Declan Murphy's going Brisbane. Is he really? I highly doubt that. Katoa with the next carry. Strong over the 30. So now with Meany. Bobbles the ball, but then regathers it over the 40. Fourth tackle for Melbourne Storm. Pappenhausen down the right edge. Just short of the 40. Inside Broncos territory. Now the last tackle. Pappenhausen. Slow to get up. It's with Munster. Yeah, Pappenhausen with his hands on his knees at the moment. Plenty of height, but not much distance on this from Munster. Batted backwards by the Broncos. Walsh recovers it. 2 minutes gone in the second half. And the Broncos have possession. If your youngster ain't fit, would it be Ratchford fullback? Josh Thulis, I think. I think it'd be Josh Thulis. But then if we don't have the options in the back line to replace Thulis, it would then be Ratchford, I think. Staggs down the left edge. Great carry over the halfway line up towards the 40 inside Storm territory. Fourth tackle. Carrigan over the 40 up towards the 30. Good meters here for the Broncos. They don't have to force anything. If they just get the ball into the corner, that'd be a good start. Hunt with a kick on the last. Plenty of height. Towards the back right slightly. Coates underneath it. Collects it on the full. Well taken from Xavier Coates. Storm over 4.5 is 1.85 worth a shot. I would say so. There's no Mam. There's no Reynolds. I think it's worth a go. Munster with a carry over the 10. And that's 3 minutes gone. Plays this for Meany. Up towards the 30. Plays for Grant over near the left touchline. Now with Trent Liero up towards the 40. Last tackle coming up for Melbourne. Grant at dummy half. He'll go short side, or looking short side left, but then to Wishart. Kicks from just behind halfway towards the back right. Taken on the full by Selwyn Cobbo. Over the 20, up towards the 30. In centre field, Munster is there, so is Lasati as well. So just in front of the 20, Walsh hands it off to Mariner on his right. Then up towards the 30. So Brisbane will probably try and force things a little bit at some point, but they've just got to be clean in possession from now on. Who do you think will win the NRL Grand Final this year? I'm thinking... I still like the Raiders. I think it's any one of the Storm, Panthers, Raiders. Who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing someone here. Dolphins are a... I don't think it's impossible for the Dolphins, but they need Farnworth. Just the Dolphins' defence, I'm not too sure about. So, ball is out into touch. Nicholson wins the grand final. He's definitely in for the Ashes. Absolutely. So, Lasati will play this on the 20 for Melbourne Storm. Next carry for Storm takes them just short of their own 30. Katoa with the next carry up towards a 40. Slammed into the ground by Katoni Staggs. Munster stepping, making some extra meters, just short of halfway. Plays it for Grant, looks short side left, but then goes right. Launches it right to Meany. Switches back to Anderson, who could try and get an offload here, possibly. Nearly tipped beyond the horizontal, very nearly. Plays it 40 metres out, fourth tackle, 2 more to go in this set. Wishart fakes the switch back, then gives it to Munster. Chips the ball through towards the back left. Decent chase from Coates, putting Mariner under pressure. Mariner collects it and is stopped in goal. Really nicely weighted kick there from Munster. So goal line dropout for the Brisbane Broncos. Nicely done from Melbourne Storm. Great tackle from Xavier Coates, not letting him slip through there. Nicely done. So drop out from the Broncos. They'll go short. Plenty of height. They've got the distance, and it's knocked on from the Melbourne Storm. Is it knocked on from Storm? Meaney puts the ball down for a try. And it's given. Okay, I did back Meaney to score a try in this one. So I'll take it. I do need to see that one again. I was sure that was a knock-on from Wishart, maybe, but I guess we'll find out. Right now, that's a try for Melbourne Storm. Sorry about that, folks. It looked like a blatant knock-on. Oh, hang on a minute. That might have been a Haas knockback. Yes. It's Haas that's knocked that one backwards. And then a strip from Meaney on Walsh. I think he's got that. I think he's got it. So it's going to be 18-2. Well, 16-2 with the kick to come, but I'm going to make it 18 because I think he'll get this one. Oh my god. Most points for Storm. Meaney's got the 4th most points for Melbourne Storm. Slater's above him. I missed who was above him. They're all below 900, and then there's Cam Smith 2,000 plus. That's ridiculous. So yeah, 16-2 with the kick to come. I'm going to say he's going to get the kick because it's close enough. That's another try for Melbourne. My exact score prediction is on, but it's unlikely because I need the Broncos to score 20 more points. No, they're checking it. So it's not confirmed yet, actually. It's not confirmed yet. Now they're checking it. They're going to see if there's a knock-on, because I know Walsh got possession first. So this is going to be no try, but I think that'll be Storm's ball. That should be a first knock-on from Walsh. I'm okay with that, actually. I'm okay with it. That makes sense to me. That's all good. It should be Storm ball, though. Short drops are hilarious. Some of them are awful. But because they do them so much in the NRL, they do have to nail them. They do mess up sometimes as well. It's too risky. Well, you're already losing by 10. You might as well just go for it. You might as well. You don't want to give Melbourne Storm possession 10 metres out or like with a fresh set inside the red zone. So scrum for Melbourne Storm. They could answer back straight away here, honestly. Just get the points back on the board. Left to Munster. Steps off his left foot. Slips over. And he's pushed back a metre or two. I'll play this for Harry Grant, left of the sticks. Now with Tui Kamikamitha over the 10. Just right of the sticks. Grant goes short side right, pops up to Katoa. Oh, stopped a metre short. I do need Nick Meaney to score though, because I did back him to score. So that's been taken off. Shocking. Now with Wishart. Steps off his left foot, back towards the right-hand side, still stepping. 2 more tackles in this set. 33 minutes to go in this second half. Grant will go left to Munster. Oh, pops it up to Bloor, but he knocks it on into the hands of Haas, who then hands it off to Ricky. And is that a knock-on? Or a strip? What are we calling here? Ah, okay, right. So, referee claimed that Brisbane hadn't taken the advantage from the knock-on. So, the strip is invalid. It's a scrum for the Broncos on their own 10. A lot of work for them to do right now. A lot of work to do. Left to Stags. Makes a few metres there. Wrapped up by Katoa. Now with Shibasaki over the 20. He's going to play this for Walters in centre field. Bit of blood on his jersey. Or is that just red dye from something? Not too sure. Carrigan with the next carry. Up towards the 30 for the Broncos. 32 minutes to go in this game. Third tackle. Left to Haas. Straight into Wishart. There's a good tackle there from Wishart. Plays it for Walters over on the left. Scoots himself. On his right to Hunt. Then to Walsh. Across to Gosevsky. Over halfway. Crowd's not happy about something. It's a kick on the last from Hunt. A grilly chicken yogurt wrap. Okay, interesting. Pappenhausen with the ball on the 10. Brought down by Ricky and Hetherington. Slow to get off him there. Munster will hand the ball off to Coates. Up towards the 20. The Broncos are doing alright here. They're just got to stick with this. And just stay well disciplined. That's all they're going to do. Now with Munster on the 3rd. Looking for an offload. Gets one to Pappenhausen. And he's stopped up on the 30. Gets an offload though. Recovered by Walters. So there we go. This is it. Let Storm make the mistakes. Broncos just need to be clean in possession. Hetherington with a carry. They're just over 20 metres out. There's a great chance for the Broncos here. They do need to score next, really, to get that momentum going. To have any chance in this game. Plus, with that penalty earlier as well, they don't have to worry too much about the conversion. But it's Hunt down the right edge, then to Gosevsky. Under a bit of pressure near the touchline. Loses the ball. Recovered by Grant. That's going to be a knock-on from the Broncos. They can challenge it, but I wouldn't. Honestly wouldn't. There's a silly offload there from Pappenhausen. We've got 30 minutes to go. 10-point advantage still for Melbourne. I did say Melbourne 1-12 as well. There's a good chance this can be 13 plus, but yeah, losing Mam and Reynolds is going to be an issue. Both have got decent completion rates. Not too bad. Oh, 72 and 74%. It's not great. Could be a lot better, actually. A hell of a lot better. It's now with Anderson, with the carry off the back of the scrum. 29.5 minutes to go. Wishart hands it off to Katoa. Over the 20. Second tackle coming up. Grant at dummy half. He'll go left to Trent Liero. Fakes the switch back to Kamikamitha. Makes a few metres on that carry. Grant goes right to Wishart. On the third tackle, carries the ball straight up the field. He's pushed back by 3 defenders. Ricky, Hunt and Haas. 29 minutes to go. Fourth tackle. Trent Liero through the middle. Over 0.5 is 1.7. That's interesting. Okay. It's a kick on the last. Collected on the full by Cobbo. Already over the 30. Up towards the 40. So this is not a bad place to start a fresh set. Oh, it's Pezzett. Jonah Pezzett. Is it Pezzett or Pezzett? I think it's Pezzett. Jonah Pezzett. I just said it the wrong way again. Jonah Pezzett is on. Jesus Christ. Well done, me. Hetherington with a carry over halfway. Walters in centre field goes left to Stags. Oof, bit of an awkward one there, but recovered by Shibasaki over the 40. Inside Storm territory. 2 more tackles to go. The ball comes loose. Knock on, says the referee. They do have a challenge. They're not going to challenge. Afternoon, Cameron. Just a suggestion, you should do Fantasy Rugby Mini League next season. That's the plan. I plan to do memberships and like members can join the thing, the fantasy stuff in both Super League and NRL, and a predictions league in Super League and NRL. So yeah, I plan to do that for next season. But I'm going to switch the membership to Patreon, but there'll be clear perks on what you can get with Patreon. Plus, if you become a Patreon member, once I actually set all that up, you will get based on which tier you're in, you'll get an automatic number of entries into a giveaway. So I'll start doing monthly giveaways for jerseys or tickets. And hopefully like a big giveaway at the end of the year. No, not bathwater. I'm not really there yet. I'm not in that kind of, content area just yet. Depends how desperate I get. But, there will be a couple tiers that you can join. So I think once I've got 10 members, then I'll start doing monthly giveaways of tickets or jerseys. And then whatever tier you're in, you'll get more. And I was thinking of doing, if you donate on YouTube, like with Super Chats, that increases your number of donations, but I might not do that. We'll see. We'll see, though. Still time. So the Broncos in possession now. We've just now back underway. Stags over on the left-hand side of the field. We'll hand it off to Shibasaki on his right, who takes it up towards the 30. 26 and a half minutes to go in this game. Second tackle, Walters at dummy half. On his right to Carrigan. Switches back to Talty. 6 again. 20 metres out. Hunt. Right to Walsh. They don't need to force it here, but they might do. Ricky stopped 2 metres short of the line. 26 minutes to go. Walsh over on the right-hand side. Comes back towards the middle with Hunt. Switches back to Hetherington. Stopped a metre or two short of the line. Walters right at the stick. Second tackle. He'll go left to Carrigan. Then to Hunt. Under pressure from Kamikamitha. Shrugs him off though. Hands it off to Talty. Munster's there to bring him down. And he does. About 13 metres out. Great chance for the Broncos. They need something now. They want to get a foothold in this game. Carrigan carries it straight up. Nearly tipped me on the horizontal, but that's alright. 2 more tackles to go. Walters between the sticks will go left to Talty. Stopped 2 metres short. Maybe 3 metres short of the line. Last tackle. Walters left of the sticks, goes right to Carrigan, then to Hunt, then to Walsh, kicks the ball through, Xavier Coates is there, collects the ball and is tackled in goal. Great stuff there from the Broncos, building up pressure. Very nicely done, very nicely done. That's going to be a goal line dropout for Melbourne Storm, 25 minutes to go. So they'll just eat up as much time as they can on the clock. Well done Coates for reading that one, well done Gusevski and Mariner for getting him over the dead ball line. So good pressure from the Broncos. Again, they don't need to force anything, but this pressure is good. If they can get repeat sets, great. Short dropout from Pappenhausen. Down the left edge, doesn't quite make the 10. I don't think. It doesn't. Penalty for the Broncos. Would that be tickets to a game of choice in those given? Yes, Finn. So I guess it would be, let's say it's the end of August. If you won at the end of August, you'd get to pick the game for, let's say, September. Or, yeah, something like that. Or the month after. It would be like in the regular season. But I'd love to do giveaways where it's like grand final tickets and accommodation and transport. Games like, I was going to say shipping then. Sending people to Australia from the UK. Like if there's a lot of members and I have the ability to do that from a lot of members, then I would try and do something like that. And it's a forward pass from the Broncos. Forward pass. Bloody hell. Relief there for Melbourne Storm. Was that from Walsh again? Because I know he's had a pass called forward earlier. Yeah, the Broncos with a mistake there that lets the Storm off massively. Can I pick the Champions League final? If I had enough members, then yeah. Once I've got 10 members on the Patreon, which the minimum tier will be a $5, then I can start doing tickets. Because I'd do it as like 2 tickets rather than just 1. It might change though. It might change. But yeah, there'd be giveaways for all sorts. You could win, NRL jerseys, Origin jerseys, international jerseys, things like that. Maybe a month of Super League Plus, who knows? Or watch NRL, whatever. We'll see. But yeah, there'll be NRL tipping and fantasy leagues as well. And Super League. So if you're a member, you'll be in those automatically. Wishart in possession. So Melbourne Storm have the ball up towards the 30. Now with Munster on the 4th tackle, goes right to Pezzett. Okay. I forgot Pezzett was on. Munster kicks on the last tackle from behind the 40. Collected on the full by Dean Mariner. Takes it over his own 30. and is just shy of the 40. So again, not a bad place to start the set for the Broncos. Walsh hands it off to Cobbo. Takes it over the 40. Now with Jensen. Over halfway. Strong carry there from Jensen once again. Next carries from Talty. Up towards Storm's 40. 2 more tackles to go. Short side right to Walsh. Engage the line. Across to Ricky. Plenty of meters for Ricky to make up here. Just short of the 10. Marinette on the last. Goes left to Walsh. Tries to step past one, and he does. Kicks the ball towards the sticks, collected by Liero. Hands it off to Pappenhausen, and he takes it over the 10. Well done from the Storm there. Probably could have done something slightly different there on the last there from the Broncos. 21.5 minutes to go. Meaney will slip over. Crushed because they took away my Nick Meaney try from earlier. I did back him to score one. Coates up towards the 30. Third tackle. Going back to bed after this? No, I'm up. I'm on a new sleep schedule here. Like, that's why I'm doing games like after 9 o'clock, basically. Anything that's like 10-ish. So yeah, I'm up. I'm on a new sleep pattern. Six again for Melbourne Storm. Roosters Dolphins said no because it's too early. Once I'm like used to the sleep schedule and I'm always up at 9 o'clock, then anyone that starts just after 9 I can do. It's 8:30. Yeah, well, I'm not getting up at 8:30. Now in Munster. Then to Pappenhausen. Plenty of meters down the left edge. Strong carry. Entering the final quarter very shortly. Now with Munster. Then to Trent Liero, wrapped up by Carrigan and Jensen. Walters and Hunt are there to help him out. Plays it 30 metres out. Grant in centre field. Goes right to Katoa, then to Meaney. Steps past one, bit of room to run. Off to Anderson down the right-hand side. Stopped about 13 metres out. Coming back towards the middle with Pezzett. Then to Wishart. Across to Munster. They might have the numbers and room here. Pappenhausen down the left-hand side. Then to Chan. Good defensive work there from the Broncos. Stopped 10 metres out. Last tackle. Inside the final quarter now. Munster chips towards the short side left. Coates goes up. Coates knocks the ball on. But it's a penalty for the Storm. They could go for 2 here, make it a 12-point game. But if they keep going, I wouldn't mind. What are they going to do? Will they go for 2? No, they'll kick into touch and keep going. So just less than 19 minutes to go. They'll tap on the 10. Now in Munster. Now Wishart. Switches back to Trent Liero. Ricky, Jensen and Hunt there to tackle him 11 metres out from the try line. Grant goes short side left to Lasati. He's stopped about 4 metres out from the try line. Over on the left-hand side of the field. Grant at dummy half, second tackle. On his right to Munster. He's going to go himself. Steps off his right foot. Looking for an offload maybe. Doesn't hand it off. He could have done, but chose not to. Grant will scoot short side left. Launches it left to Coates in the corner. With a dolphin dive. They are going to give this as a try. It is going to be worth a check, but they are going to give that as a try. I do need to see a different angle of that, but we know how good he is with finishing in the corner. There's a good chance he's got it. There's a few players offside there for the Broncos and short on numbers. I think they've got it. Let's have a gander. Yes, he's nailed it. It's another try for Storm. I did go with 13... Sorry, I went with 1 to 12 in this one. So it would be great if the Broncos could get 1. I don't know if they will. Who's playing Super League tonight? It's Lee versus Leeds. RL26 after you're done? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to chill, because then I've got that stream later on. If I feel like it, I might do it, but no intent right now. Also, I do plan to start multi-streaming too, so I will be streaming on Twitch and Kick, as well as YouTube soon. Do they have boxes or hospitality? I might go. I'd imagine so. I would imagine so. Is this because... Who is it that you knew? Like, your dad knows the Saints owner or something, or somebody knew someone or something like that, so you could get in somewhere? I'd take advantage of it. It's a hell of a game, so if you can take advantage of that and get in last minute, you might as well go for it. Unless you mean buying hospitality tickets specifically. I don't know. Meanie to make it 18-2. The kick is just wide. So 16-2 it remains. Not sure if the Broncos will be able to find any more points in this game. But I think for future predictions, though, I'm not going to read too much into the 2 points because they lost Mam and Reynolds. I'm not going to read into it. I know you wanted to go, but I bet you're glad you didn't go to the Wiley game. Yes, I am. Buying them, I've got stuff for Saints games and Ashes. All right, okay. Or at least considering going. Yeah, I was considering. Short kickoff, collected by Katoa for Melbourne Storm. Nice idea. It's now with Grant. Gives it to Anderson. Pushed back by a few defenders. 16.5 minutes to go. 14-point lead for Melbourne Storm. So anyone in the 13-plus range, fair enough. And that's a penalty for the Storm as well. Harry Grant's going to do a full 80 minutes here. I want to see his tackle stats after this as well. 16 minutes to go. Penalty for Melbourne Storm. They'll start a fresh set. 45 metres out from the try line. Now with Eliezer Katoa. Just shy of the 30. 4 penalties to 3 in favour of Melbourne. Now with Pezzett in centre field. Switches back to... Who is that? Is that McDonald? It is McDonald, and it's a 6 again. Or is it Garlic? I don't know. I actually can't tell. Who's number 21? I don't actually know. So it's now with Munster, 20 metres out. Out the back to Pezzett. Then across to Katoa. Pushes the ball onto Anderson in the corner. Plenty of Broncos jerseys there, though. Good scramble. Really good scramble. Stopped near the right touchline. Plays the ball. Coming back towards the middle now with Munster on the 10. Stopped on the 10. Just right the sticks. Grant Anderson. Harry Grant. Oh my God. Look at me go. Pappenhausen goes left. Chan with a chance in the corner, but he stopped 5 metres short. Pappenhausen will go himself in the corner. Possible high shot. 6 again. Inside 10. Plays it right in the back left corner. Launches it over the top. Grant collects the ball. Right to Munster. Switches back. McDonald. That's who it is. In centre field, slightly right of the sticks. They go short side right to Pezzett. Switches back to Katoa. Stopped a few metres short. It's now with Pezzett in centre field. Left to Liero. Across to Munster, loses possession. And that's a huge let-off for the Broncos. That's a massive let-off. Why didn't you get it lined at your hair? What do you mean? My beard is lined up. They did this bit. They did that bit. They did that bit. They spent plenty of time on it, and I'm happy with it. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. Right, so the Broncos in possession. Their next run of games are the Dolphins, Knights, Cowboys, and then Storm again to end the regular season. 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go. How much is the haircut? 20 quid. It's 19, but I just tell them to keep the change. There's 20 quid. It's now with Walsh. Then to Ricky. Up towards halfway. Plenty of room to run here. Decent carry. 13 minutes to go. Kisevsky. Then to Walsh. Now Haas in centre field. Wrapped up by Utakamanu. Oh, gets an offload for Walsh. Then he's stopped just short of the 40. Last tackle for the Broncos. Walters at nummy half in centre field will go left to Hunt. Plenty of height on this kick. Slightly towards the back left. Anderson goes up, comes back into the hands of Staggs. Launches the ball over the top, collected by Haas. Really wants an offload, gets one. Bounces, collected by Katoa. There's a let-off there for Melbourne Storm. Bloody hell. You know, someone who pays 35... Yeah, it's... considering the amount of detail they put into it, like I used to pay... How much did I used to pay? 12 quid, something like that? 12 quid at an old place, but they just sort of did whatever. Like you just tell them, they just do like basic haircuts, but like they kind of know what you want at this place. So yeah. Plus I don't go that often, I normally leave it every couple of months. So 20 quid's not a big deal. I want to start going once a month though. Pappenhausen down the left edge, then to Chan. Coates kicks the ball through, collected by Walsh, under pressure. Penalty for the Broncos. Yeah, that's why my hair and beard get so long, because I leave it a couple of months. Not intentionally, but I just don't want to keep paying £20 a month, because, you know, I need to be careful of my earnings in certain situations. Oh, but yeah, it's 19 quid because they do the beard as well. So, keep that in mind. So now with Carrigan in centre field, 11 minutes to go. That looked forward, but it's with Shibasaki over the halfway line. Carrigan in centre field, hands it off to Haas with a bit of room to run. Look for an offload, gets one to Walters, now with Walsh. Look for an offload maybe, but he stopped 40 metres out. Fourth tackle, 2 more to go in this set. Jensen through the middle. I think it's like 14 for just a haircut normally. He's now with Hunt. On the last, goes right to Kosevsky. That would have been forward to Ricky. That's why I didn't give it. Hunt then across to Mariner, but the whistle is blown for an elbow into the neck of Munster. So there's a penalty for Melbourne Storm. Hopefully he's alright. I'm more beard than hair, so I should charge more. I've got more beard than hair now. Oh, you should have seen me though. Because the camera quality is not perfect, some of the details are like how much or how bad the beard is. You can't quite tell sometimes because of the details that the camera doesn't show it. But like you should have seen me walking in and walking out. Two completely different people. So penalty for Melbourne Storm. They'll start a fresh set just short of halfway. Now with Pezzett, then Katoa. A few metres short of the halfway line once again. Utakamanu with the next carry. Inside Broncos territory. Looking more likely that Melbourne will win this 13 plus. I did go with 1 to 12, but losing Mam and Reynolds didn't help with that. Munster up towards the 30. Look for an offload maybe. He's wrapped up. 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Plays it for Grant in centre field. Goes left to Pezzett. Then left to Pappenhausen. Across to Coates. It is wayward and into touch. It looked like they had maybe the numbers and or space there down the left-hand side, which I appreciate going at it, but I think maybe just forcing it a little bit too much. So the Broncos will play this just short of their own 20. I would definitely take a Broncos try here just to make it 1-12. Now with Cobbo, over the 30. Walters at dummy half in centre field. We'll go left to Walsh. He's going to go for 40-20 here. I like this. I like this a lot. He's got the distance but not the angle. Collected on the try line by Pappenhausen. On the 10. Just over. That looked high possibly. No, it wasn't. Can you check your stats of what people are watching on? Because Bailey gets chats probably because people are watching on TV. Yes, I do get... I think most people watch from mobile. But yes, I can check stats. Not live though, unfortunately. It takes a couple of days to for YouTube to get the analytics. Would you get rid of Sam Burgess at the end of the season? No. I'd give him one more year. You got to keep in mind the number of injuries that Warrington's had. You got to keep that in mind. So kick on the last from Pezzett. Plenty of height on this one. Walsh underneath it, comes down with it cleanly. 7.5 minutes to go. Mariner with the next carry over the 30. Would you manage why if you got offered? No. Because I think if I knew that a YouTuber who was a Wire fan was given the job, I would be pissed off because I'd want us to get an NRL master. So I like the idea of it. I'd be part of the coaching staff because I'd want to learn a lot, but I wouldn't be. It's like it'd be a dream, but I don't know enough. Cobbo down the left edge, stopped near the left touchline. Now with Walters on the last, sizing up the line, then to Hunt. Needs to get the ball off, and the stream is stopped for me on the TV. That's great. Still don't know what's going on. There we go. So, they didn't score off that one. Yeah, Sky had frozen for me. I'm surprised Little has managed... Surprised Little hasn't managed them for a game. What do you mean, Little? What do you mean? Wouldn't be an NRL week without Sky dying. Yeah, good point. It's normally Sky Sports Plus, but... Oh, Littler. Oh, right, I get you. Now with Katoa, across to Meany. Going to play this for Pezzett. Just less than 6 minutes to go. Anderson with the next carry. Up towards the halfway line. There's a strip here from Walters. I think he's got it. They're going to say penalty. Penalty for Melbourne Storm. It's a nice idea there from Walters. Very nice idea. What would you do if Littler managed the game for Wire? I'd do everything in my power to get whoever's choice that was sacked. If it was like round 27 and we'd already say like confirmed a league leader's shield, for example, or we couldn't go up or down, you can make an argument it's fine because nothing's going to happen. But yeah, whoever's choice that was, I would do everything in my power to get them fired and never get a job anywhere else ever again. It's now with Munster. Goes left to Pappenhausen, left to Wishart. Cuts back towards the middle. Gets an offload for Pappenhausen. Chance down the left edge. Gusevski wraps him up. Stopped a few metres short off the line. Coates. Now with Grant. Then to Munster. Inside the 10. 4.5 minutes to go. Third tackle. Grant will look left then go himself. Still spins. Stopped a metre or two short the try line. Fourth tackle. Munster at dummy half. Slow to play this one. Munster will go left to Pappenhausen. Runs himself. Grabbed by the back of the collar from Jordan Rickey. Last tackle down for Storm. Grant, right to Munster. Kicks the ball towards the short side left. Coates goes up once again. Coates is down. What a try that could be. I'm not sure if there's like double movement in there, but that's a hell of a try. Coates is such a weapon in the corner and the aerial threats. Bloody hell. That's another try for the Storm. Have you seen that Ipswich, what they did with Ed Sheeran? Yes, I did. Should ask Burgess if you can go into the coach's box for a game. I'm going to be honest. I was going to ask somebody about doing that. Because I'd like to learn, not the coach's box during a game, but training during the week. Because I'd like to learn a bit more, and I don't know if they'd have a problem with it or not. Ed Sheeran got number 17 for Ipswich for the next 10 years. What, that's his contract, is it? I can understand doing it for Littler for like a year. Like, they could have done it this year, but I'd do it as the players pick their numbers first, and then whatever you get left over is there for Littler. I think he's 18 now. Not sure if he's 19 yet, but I'm pretty sure he is 18. And I'm trying to think who our number 18 is. I don't know if we've got one. So we could have number 18 just for a year. Well, in an IMG era shirt sales matter. I don't know how much shirt sales matter. Philbin's 15 or 16, I think. Yeah, I originally thought double movement from Coates. Yeah, that's what I initially thought. So yeah, it's going to be no try for Melbourne Storm. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of weirded me out because they normally just give a try and then check it afterwards. But yeah, that's going to be no try. Wait. Oh, for God's sake, man. Penalty try. So it is a try. So yeah, there will be a kick between the sticks, tackle in the air. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, it was a try, then it wasn't a try, then it was a try. It was always a try, wasn't it? Why is that a penalty try? Apparently in the air, apparently. Finbobs called it, nah, Finbobs was watching. Finbobs was doing something that I wasn't, and that was paying attention to the bloody game. I spent 24 hours training with Warrington Wolves. A goal kick was sneed until hit 40-20. Practice with being a group of Mikey Lewis. I'd love to do content, not like that specifically, but content with clubs, but I'm not sure people are too bothered. Like, I love the idea of doing kicking challenges with kickers. But I don't know how many clubs actually want to work with me. I'm 75% sure Warrington don't want to work with me in any way, shape or form because of how strongly I talk about performances. Sometimes I won't normally criticise players that individually, normally, but I think with how I talk about the club's performances sometimes, I don't think they actually want to do anything with me. That's my assumption anyway. I would do content with other clubs though. I technically did stuff with Keighley Cougars when I went to one of their games at the start of the season. That was turned out to be a great video. But I want to do more, more variety of content. So we're approaching the end of the game. 3 minutes to go. Yeah, I'd do stuff with States. I'd do stuff with every club really. Walters, left of the sticks, 12 metres out. We'll hand it off to Payne Haas on his right. So in between the sticks again, Walters goes right to Staggs. We've got a player down in backfield for the Broncos. Hunt draws one in, is out to Mariner. Mariner in the corner, puts the ball down. That could be a try for the Broncos. It's given. We'll have to wait and see, but that's an excellent finish. Cobbo is limping off. Oh dear. Oh dear. Jesus. So that's another injury. Try is under review for grounding as well. Let's have a look. No! His hand's in touch. No, 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 no. So not only is it not a try, you've now just lost Selwyn Cobbo as well. Oh my god. Jesus. There's a guy on TikTok who gets allowed to walk around club stadiums for... Oh yeah, I think he's part of the media, to be honest, Finn. I've seen him on TV stuff, so I think he is like... I think he did stuff with Premier Sports. So he's actually known around the clubs and will get that kind of pass. I think it could be worth me trying to get some kind of media pass to be allowed to do that. But we'll see. We will see. So, 2 minutes to go. Third tackle for Melbourne Storm. They'll go left to Munster. Switches back to Wishart. Skipping towards the right-hand side. Might have to surrender there. He stopped just short of the 40. Yeah, it is Lee versus Leeds tonight. Nothing wrong with asking. Worst thing to say is no. Absolutely. That's the idea is, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get. But I want it to be reasonable. I don't want to go to somebody and say, can I do this, 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 and this? And it's just like a ridiculous claim. Oh my god. Grant. Oh my god. Let's have a look at this again. They go down the short side right. Kicks through. Anderson is there. Oh, I could have had that. Could have had it. Do you want a kiss? I'm alright, Sam. I appreciate it. I'm alright. Hi, Joshua. Good to see you. Warriors Cup tomorrow. I reckon it'll be competitive, but I'm not sure we'll be able to get a win. You've got a stat for me. Okay. It's now with Walsh. 40 seconds to go. Is that a 6 again? For the Broncos? Might be. I would take a Nick Meaney try. I did back him to score a try. I'd take one from Meaney, but there's only 30 seconds left. Who have I got? We've got Wigan. Up towards halfway. 20 seconds to go. Walters now with Jensen. Then to Hunt. Under pressure from Munster. Launches it across to Ricky. Just misses him. Ends up in the hands of Mariner. It's a knock-on from Dean Mariner. Unlucky Wade isn't playing? Yeah. To be honest, yeah. So that is going to be full time, folks. 22 points to 2. Very unfortunate stuff for the Broncos, losing Mam and Reynolds very early. Then Cobbo late in the game. I think he was possibly going to be going off beforehand anyway. But yeah, so that's going to be a major win there for Melbourne Storm. They weren't perfect, but they did everything they needed to. They were clean enough. They were disciplined enough. Creative enough in possession. But yeah, they did everything that they needed to. Broncos losing out on 2 really key players kind of disrupted everything very early on. Grant has scored 11 in 11 games when he's had a haircut. For today's the only game he missed it. Oh, right. Okay. Interesting stuff. Sneed's kicking game against Wade would have been funny. Yeah, it might have been. Basically Isaac, because Wade kept dropping it against Huddersfield, I think it was. Because he kept dropping it. That would have been our way in, our point of entry. Tomorrow night will be good. Wakefield versus Saints, absolutely. Unfortunately, I'll be missing that one because I'll be at the Halliwell Jones. Give it to us retry. It was against Huddersfield as well, though. It was FC and Huddersfield. Yeah, folks, that is it's not a bad stream. So we had a lot more people in here than normal. 7,000 views on the stream. That is quality stuff. I do want to say, if you want to follow me on TikTok, link in the description. I haven't even set up a career mode. I'm gonna do a video series. I think I don't really want to do career mode on live stream. I don't think. King finally shows up and that's his first message. I haven't really played many trumpets in this game. I think I played one or two. Maybe just the one. Right, I will play a trumpet, just to say toodle pip. And I'll post a stream highlights video onto TikTok in a few hours' time, because normally these guys are quicker with the highlights. Custom member emojis. I could do, but I'm going to be switching the membership from YouTube to Patreon soon. One's with my tongue out. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. You got a dual live with TikTok soon? Nah. I can't be doing that. I won't be doing RL26. I might do it on Sunday. Maybe. It's alright, King. No worries, no worries. Right, I'm going to say goodbye. But I do want to say thank you very much to those that stopped by during this stream. Plenty of views on this one, which is greatly appreciated. Normally, I don't get that many for NRL, but I will certainly take it this time around and hopefully keep building up the views in the Pacific Island area. But yeah, I'm gonna get me some lunch. I'm gonna make those fajita things, taco thingies, or maybe pasta. Both are good. Both are good. So yeah, in terms of streams for the rest of the week, just to let you guys know, I will be streaming so Lee vs Leeds tonight at 7:45, and then tomorrow I'm streaming Raiders vs Seagulls. That starts at 10:45 AM. Saturday the 9th I'll be streaming Bulldogs vs Warriors. That starts at 10:20 AM and 7:20 PM in Canberra. Then I'm streaming Hull KR vs Castleford at 2:45 PM, followed by Huddersfield vs Catalans, which I'm not looking forward to, at 5:15 PM. And then Sunday, I'm streaming Hull FC vs Salford at 2:45 PM. So, a few more NRL games to go, and a good chunk of Super League games. So yeah, I wanted to try and get more games in there this weekend. The plan is basically, I'm on a new sleep pattern because I want to try and do this properly full time. I haven't missed Dolphins vs Roosters, I'm just not waking up at that time. But yeah, I've changed my sleeping pattern to be able to do more games because I'm trying to make a living from doing this, so we'll see how that goes. You love my videos? Thank you, Isaac. Thank you very much. Very kind of you to say. But yeah, thank you very much for stopping by. I will end it now. How bad was it? It was basically just whenever I felt like, Sam. I would be able to wake up. Like if I needed to get 4 hours sleep for a game, I would do it. It was just all over the place, really. Sometimes up for 24 hours. It's just, there was no pattern to it. It was purely random. I'll do one more trumpet before we go. There's still a lot of people in here, actually. Right then. So, thank you for stopping by. There's plenty of, I think, sort of slight changes happening around these parts at Kinetic Rugby League. So, thank you very much for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated. Follow me on TikTok, other platforms. I just played it, Isaac. I just played it. Follow me on other social medias. There's a Discord invite in the description as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all those from wherever you are in the world. I will catch you next time.